So India was one of the best performing markets last year, and the question is, and the optimism is, will India remain one of the top performing markets going forward? Let's look at it from two lenses. One is foreign investor lens, and second is domestic investor lens. So for foreign investors, as we've been saying for the past year now, at some point we'll look towards emerging markets for growth, and that's where we'll see the funds flow in 2023. Now for India, the valuations remain the challenge. It is very highly valued at the moment compared to other markets, say like a China or a Korea or a Taiwan. So if we are going to see that the expectation of the Fed going on hold or goes on hold, I think investors will look, where am I going to see growth from? Yes, there's going to be a China and India, a Taiwan and Korea, but the valuations are more compelling in those markets. So whilst we'll receive flows, it might not be as much as, say, China or Korea will receive from these passive funds, these emerging market funds, when they look at, kind of putting money to play to capture the growth that they're going to be seeing. So maybe not so much in terms of flows from emerging market fund managers. In terms of the domestic investors, then there's a new competing product, and that's called fixed income. We all know now that you can, tie in yourself in a fixed deposit for 8% plus, and there's other products out there which are generating, kind of those kind of returns. So for a lot of investors, equity, which was okay last year, we're one of the best performing, but it didn't really kind of move the needle in terms of making so much money if you just invested in the Nifty, might now put some of those incremental flows into fixed income. So until the interest environment looks as though it's heading down, which is probably more the second half of 2023, then fixed income products might receive a lot more incremental funds than India. So what are we thinking then for India? We think the index will probably rise in line with earnings growth, and at the moment we're thinking of earnings growth of around 10 to 15%. So not a bad year, but I don't think the optimism that we came into 2023 of India standing alone because of problems in China, with China reopening, I think investors will flood back to some of the other markets.